especially once her own supernaturally enhanced talent is deemed illegal. Me and One Direction are here to give you guys reading updates. And I just shut my book without a bookmark in it. Great. This is truly a story of never lose hope, always have courage, be brave. I absolutely love this book. I loved this book more than Amari and the Night. Hello book friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaylin and I hope you guys are doing so lovely. Today's video, as you can see from the title, is going to be another 24-hour editing. Kaylin popping in here really quickly. This was not a 24-hour vlog. I completely forgot that I said it was going to be a 24-hour vlog, so ignore that and carry on with the rest of the video. Or a timed vlog featuring a series that I really want to read, and that is going to be Amari and the Night Brothers. I'm pretty sure there's only 2 books in the series. Hi, editing Kaylin once again. Hopefully this is the last time I have to pop into this vlog, but I was totally wrong. This is not a duology. There's not only 2 books. There's going to be a 3rd book in the series. I found that out after I finished Amari and the Great Game because of the ending and also doing my own research. So ignore me saying that I'm pretty sure there's only 2 books in the series because I am so wrong. Okay, carry on to past Kaylin. And that is Amari and the Night Brothers and Amari and the Great Game. Now this is a middle grade fantasy and I've heard nothing but incredible things. I've heard it's whimsical, I've heard it's really cozy and calming and just everything you want in a middle grade, and I am so excited. Amari and the Night Brothers I've had my eye on for probably, I think, a year now, or maybe a little over a year, and I meant to read it last year, didn't get around to it, and when I found out that Amari and the Great Game was coming out, I thought, why not read these in a vlog? And that's exactly what I'm doing today, and I am so excited. Look at me remembering to film an intro before actually starting reading. Can we get a pat on my back? Like, yay! I am going to read the summary of this book because, as we know, I suck at summarizing books, especially books that I have not read yet. So let's just jump right into it. Amari Peters has never stopped believing her missing brother Quentin is alive, not even when the police told her otherwise, or when she got in trouble for standing up to the bullies who said he was gone for good. So when she finds a ticking briefcase in his closet containing a nomination for a summer tryout at the Bureau of Supernatural Affairs, she's certain the secretive organization holds the key to locating Quentin. If only she can wrap her head around the idea of physicians, fairies, aliens, and other supernatural creatures all being real. Now she must compete for a spot against kids who've known about magic their whole lives. No matter how hard she tries, Amari can't seem to escape their intense scrutiny and doubt, especially once her own supernaturally enhanced talent is deemed illegal. With an evil musician threatening the supernatural world and her classmates thinking she's an enemy, Amari has never felt more alone. But if she doesn't stick it out and pass the trials, she may never find out what happened to Quentin. I am here for it and I'm so excited to start this book. I wanted to mainly read these books in October because magicians, fairies, supernatural creatures, it's all the October vibes, and I wanted something really cozy, and that's exactly what this is. And I'm hoping for just like my heart to be full after reading this book, and I'm hoping for like all the wholesome, whimsical vibes of this book, and I just cannot wait. Every review that I have seen has been 5 stars. Like, I don't think anyone has said anything bad about this series, or if they have, it's like very deep in reviews because I have not found anything bad. But yes, I'm going to try to keep this vlog as spoiler free as possible, but we know me, kind of suck at that, so I will of course put up slides to let you guys know when spoilers are, so that in case you guys want to read this series and you haven't read it yet and you don't want to be spoiled, you guys won't watch those parts. But you know, if you've read this series, feel free to watch the content that is spoiler. And even if you haven't read it and you don't think you're going to read it, or you don't know if you're going to read it and you want to see spoilers, go ahead and watch it. Watch whatever you want to watch is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so let's take it away and let's start reading Amari and the Night Brothers because I can't wait any longer. Negroni, Stagliazzo, with a little bit of Prosecco in it. Stunning. Hi guys, me and One Direction are here to give you guys reading updates. So I have made it to the 30% mark of Amari and the Night Brothers, and you guys, I really like this book. This book is everything I would hope it would be so far. Let me tell you a little bit about like where I am. So we have met Amari, and the opening chapter is her in the principal's office because some girl made a comment about her brother and Amari pushed her. And the girl is just this awful girl, and it turns out she has been bullying Amari on social media and in real life, just saying like awful things to her, and Amari just kind of snapped. So they revoke her scholarship, and it was the last day of school. So she goes home for the summer, and she has this old laptop that was her brother's, and she opens it up, and there was a new email that was from her brother Quentin, and it was about a delivery. So 2 seconds later, someone ding-dongs on the door, and a delivery man is there. And he's like, oh, it's in your brother's closet. So she like goes up to her brother's closet, and she can't open it until like midnight. So, and then she discovers a very secretive organization that is a summer camp for the supernatural, and she goes and she gets her spot, and kind of the first day there she meets her roommate, which is a were-dragon, and this girl is like so wholesome. No one wanted to room with her because she's half dragon and she hasn't shifted yet, so at any moment she could shift. And so Amari's like, I'll be your friend, I'll room with you, I'm not scared. But also the dragon can sense like emotion, so she can see like auroras around each other and see what colors, and she knows what they mean. And I don't know, it's everything I want in a magical cozy book, and this is it. The first day that they go and have like this assembly, they all have to touch this crystal ball so it can see like what their supernatural ability is, and usually they only get like 10%. Well, when it's Amari's turn, she's handed the like top badge, which is a moonstone. It's very rare to have, and her brother are the only two that have had it in like the last like 13 years. So she goes and touches the crystal ball, and it breaks. Turns out it was just an illusion, and she actually has like, she's full magician, and magicians are like deemed criminal in this world, and so they're like wanting to put her in jail. They want her to erase her memories and like put her back in the human world, make her forget everything, and like be watched, because Amari's like not exactly sure how she got this power, because she already has power. She has 100% power, and that's like very rare. That doesn't happen usually, and when they do, they're just are the bad guys. And Amari's like, I swear, like, I don't have any other ill intentions but to be here and find my brother and find out what happened. They give her a chance, and she decides she's going to start an investigation. Her roommate, Elise, I don't know if I've said that, her roommate's name is Elise, and then this guy named Dylan, who is the son of the big guy that founded the school, and also his sister has also gone missing with Quentin. She was Quentin's business partner, which is Amari's brother is Quentin. And so they all team up together and start their investigation, and that's kind of where I'm at. I really like this book a lot. I felt very just like cozy and wholesome while reading this, and I don't know, it's just, I feel like it's the perfect book to read this time of year, and I'm very excited to see where this goes. And yeah, I'm going to continue reading because that's all I have to say right now. Hi guys, I am in bed reading Amari and the Night Brothers, and I am 66% of the way through. I'm on page 276, and I just shut my book without a bookmark in it. Great. But I've kind of sucked at giving updates with this book because it sounds weird, but I exactly don't know how to give updates with this book, seeing as it's a middle grade and I don't read middle grade, so like I don't know what to say and what not to say. I don't know, I just feel really weird. Is that normal? Like, I don't know, so I'm gonna try my best. But basically, some stuff has gone on in school. So basically, Amari has started being a junior detective, well, like trying out from. She's done the tryouts. They have a couple tryouts, and so she's done one tryout, and during like there was like a tour they had to do, and during the tour, Bigfoot, there was a problem with like Bigfoot and Sasquatch, and it was just like, oh my god, like the magic and the whimsical feels are definitely here in this book. The world that B.B. Alston, is that his name? Yeah, B.B. Alston has created is just like amazing. And if I was a kid, I would be obsessed with this book. I mean, I love this book now as an adult, but like as a kid, I could feel me like really, really loving this book. Not that I don't, but I'm, you know, it's different. They had to do like this test that basically sees like where they're at. It's sort of like if you take like an entry test, it just so they can like see where you're at and what you know and what you don't. And she got a very low score because obviously she didn't grow up in the supernatural world, so she has no idea. And so during their first tryouts, her and Dylan team up and they have like this test, and they actually came in first because Amari outsmarted the test and picked the item that was the most important, and everyone else picked the other item that they thought was most important, but really it was this one item. So Amari was smart and got it right. Go her. We love a smart queen. We love her. We love her, love her. And then some bullying happened. There's this girl named Laura who hates Amari because of what Amari's brother did, forced her sister to like come work with her, but I think she worked on her own well. But you know, kids see things differently, and I keep having to remind myself that we're reading from the point of view of a 12-year-old, so I keep having to remind myself that like this is a kid and they don't know like what adults know. Even some adults don't really know stuff, but you know, we're not going to get into that discussion today. So yeah, so with that being said, Laura was mad at Amari for her brother like making her sister work with her. Now they're both have been disappeared, and that's not the case at all, but you know, kids. And then she bullied Amari again. Well, she didn't. Someone put a poster of Amari with her eyes like with X's in them and was like, no magic, like something about musicians aren't welcomed or musicians are criminals, something like that. I can't really remember. And it sent Amari like home doubting, because they go home for the weekend. So she went home for the weekend doubting if she was even going to come back. She's like, I don't think I'm going to come back. And then Dylan gives her this spell book to learn illusionist spells, and she opens it and she's like, oh my god, like she did a spell, and she opens it and she's practicing while at home, and she does one and she calls up Dylan, and he like appears in her TV because his supernatural ability is technology. If you can hear snoring, it's my cat. Can you see him? He snores. Anyways, so he appears on her TV and then he transports into her living room, and they like kind of, she does a spell and he's like, you want to see something cool? And they go to like his lake house and he shows her like this whole illusion of the woods and like creatures and night sky. It's really cool. It's very cool. And she decides, and when they're coming back home, her mom is there with the detective, and Amari like freaks out on the detective being like, you know nothing and blah blah blah. And again, I have to be like, kids speak the truth, okay? They don't know the right and wrong thing, you should say, in society. Not that, again, some adults don't know, but like most adults know like what to do and what not to do, and kids really don't pick up on that. I think you learn as life goes on. And so she like yelled at the detective, and I was like, ooh, you should know. But like I get why, but like, ooh. So yeah, that's basically where I'm at in this book. Oh, she did decide to go back to school to kind of like carry on. She's like, for Quentin. So she's back at school. I keep wanting to hold it over here, but the lighting's better here because my light's right here, and it makes my skin look very like glass-like. Jawline who? I'm just kidding. Yeah, so that's where I'm at in the book, and I'm really liking it. I'm hoping to finish this pretty soon because I wanted to be finished with this book tonight. But Kaylin got distracted and was on TikTok for way too long, and I try not to do that. I literally set myself a limit on TikTok. I rarely ever scroll through TikTok except before bed. Today I was scrolling for no reason, and I'm like, okay, stop. So I'm hoping to finish this tomorrow after work. Get pretty close to the end tonight, and then tomorrow after work I'll finish it. But yeah, I'm gonna keep reading, and I will talk to you guys later. Hi vlog. It's been a day or two, I think, since I've spoken to you guys. Yesterday I had something go on with my dog and it was pretty scary, so I was anxious and worrying about him, so I thought, let me not pick up a camera and update because that's just like, it wouldn't be good. So I'm here the next day, everything is fine. Turns out he just has an infection, he's fine, so everything's good with him, so I feel better. So I'm here to update you guys. So last night I actually managed to finish Amari and the Night Brothers, and you guys, I love this book. So I gave it a 4-star. I think it's because it wasn't a 5-star for me because this is my first middle grade, and I had to get into the mindset of that age, the middle grade book age. I mean, you can read middle grade at any age, it's just like it's geared towards younger audiences, so like me being 28, I had to kind of remember and take a step back and be like, well, remember, like, this is an adult or young adult, this is middle grade. So, which there's nothing wrong with that at all. I think it made the story actually more magical, and the world B.B. Alston has created for Amari and all of her friends is just amazing. This is truly a story of never lose hope, always have courage, be brave, trust your instinct, trust your gut. You know, this is that story, and Amari is truly a stunning character. She, no matter what, never gave up. She always believed she was going to find her brother, and she never let the bullies kind of bring her down, when in a lot of cases in life, bullies can and sometimes do bring people down and kind of make people like be like, you know what, you are right, I am this, that, and that. When Amari kind of turned the shoulder and said, nope, I'm not that at all, I'm this, this, and this, and I'm better than ever. And I don't know, I just really like Amari a lot. I feel like this is a book everyone should read, no matter what age. It's a great example for kids too, I think. If I was a kid, especially in this age group, when I did go through bullying, I don't talk about it a lot, but I was bullied from middle school, so like 4th grade is really when it started, and then all the way up until I graduated high school. So I feel like if I read this during that time, I feel like this would have been like, they're wrong, you know? Like, don't listen to the bullies, like, you're more than what they say, you're not what they say, like, you have, I don't know what I'm trying to say, I don't even know why I'm getting into that, but yeah, I just really love this book. The twist, I was not expecting that. It got me, it threw me. I didn't see it coming, and I was like, B.B. Alston, what? And yeah, so the ending of this book was just great. I did cry. I'm a crier. I cry at a lot of things. I cry when feelings get brought up, so yes. But again, 4 stars. Absolutely love this book. If you guys are looking for a magical, cozy, warm-hearted book, this is it. Definitely. And I'm really glad I finally read it, even though it took me a year. But okay, next update is I actually started Amari and the Great Game last night as well. I got 45 pages in, and this book takes place a year after the events in Amari and the Night Brothers, and it picks up on the last day of school, I believe, and they are on a field trip to the aquarium in Georgia, and Amari is now ending 7th grade, going on to 8th grade, but it's obviously almost summer break, and she's 13, I think, in this book, and she's kind of fallen into her role of being, you know, what she is. I'm not going to say because I don't want to spoil anything. I'm trying not to do spoilers. And her and Elise are still friends. You know, they have a really great friendship. They're best friends. And something happens on the way to the aquarium, and on the way back from, because they didn't get to go to the aquarium because this thing that happened caused them not to be able to go. On the way back, she gets a message that her invitation to the summer camp is thrown away. She can't go, she's not allowed, and so that's where I'm at in this. What, hold on, sorry. Hello? You want to say hello? I think what B.B. Alston has done very well in this book is recapping the events that happened in last book. but not it being like last season on blah, you know what I'm trying. Are you getting what I'm trying? It's not like that, but it's done very well. And I really appreciate that because I hate nothing more than reading a book in a series and the first half of the book is basically recapping. Like, this happened, that happened, there with them, and blah, blah. Like, I hate nothing more than that. So he has done a very good job at recapping and making sure we remember what happened and, like, reminding us of, like, little things. So, yes. I'm actually enjoying myself more in this book, and I think it's just because I know the characters, I know the world, I'm in a better mindset reading this one, because last night, so yeah, very excited to finish this book, hopefully soon, but yeah, those are all the updates I have today. Well, right now, I should have more updates later, because I'm about to sit down and read, because I really need to read. But yeah, I will talk to you guys when I have some more updates. I don't know why I always update you guys looking like this. Like, why can't I update you guys before I go to bed? Like, why do I have to update you guys when I'm in bed looking like this? Also, excuse the nasally voice. My allergies have been so bad tonight, and I don't know why, which is partly why I haven't really updated you guys. Anyways, I am 100 pages into Amari and the Great Game. This section will have spoilers, because I don't know how to not talk about a second book in a series without giving anything away. So, what I last told you guys is about the incident and her invitation being revoked to the summer camp. She then, Elise, which is her best friend, finds a way in, bless her. And so they go in and they're now junior agents. Well, they're junior trainees, right? Yeah, they're junior trainees. And when you're a junior trainee, you get invited to special clubs. So Amari has been invited to the elite club, where I guess all the special like kids go, like this, like the ones that are like highly ranked. I don't know, something like that. And it has this, I think she's a fawn, named Mrs. Harlow, and she basically she was the first one to kind of be declared dangerous with the amount of magic she has with the crystal ball showed her, and she runs it, I'm pretty sure. And they go to get lunch, her and Elise, and Laura is being bullied, which Laura is the bully who bullied Amari last book, but she's also Dylan's sister. And Dylan, if you guys read Amari, The Night Brothers, you know Dylan was the one who was the person leaking all this information to the bad guy and basically was not who he said he was. Okay. And Elise is like, I can't sit by and let these guys like bully her, like I'm gonna go. And Amari's like, why would you want to do that? She bullied me last year, and you can. And Elise is like, well, I'm going. And she stands up, and you see Amari having this like inner battle with herself, like, do I be that person that Elise says I am, the better person, or do I, like, you know, stand my ground? She ends up getting up and helping, and Laura is like, I could have handled that on my own. Like, next time, don't even. Girl, she was just trying to help. Okay, Miss Girl? Yeah, so that's basically where I'm at. And I'm really liking it. I'm really into the story. I'm glad to be back in this world. Also, Jaden, who is Amari's neighbor, but also the kid that Quentin was tutoring, is going to be in the summer camp program, and I like him a lot. Also, update on Quentin. Quentin is still not awake yet. They can talk to each other through Maria, which was Quentin's partner. She has to touch him and then touch the person. They can telepathically communicate, which I think is still good, but I want him to wake up. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to reading. I'm gonna update you guys probably tomorrow, so I don't sound like this anymore, because I know this is very annoying. Okay. Hopefully this lighting is okay. I realize my head is cut off, so let me fix that. Is that okay? Yes. Hi guys. So I am here with an update for Amari and the Great Game. Sorry about this lighting. I'm currently in my living room, and once again Caitlin didn't bring her light, so there's that. And actually, I have been researching cameras. This has nothing to do with the book, but I have been researching cameras because I'm finally in a place where I can buy one, and I told myself I wasn't going to buy a really nice camera when first starting my channel because I had no idea if I was even going to making YouTube videos. I had no idea if I was actually going to stick with it, but I've been doing this not a long time, but since June, and I have stuck with it. I was like, you know what, Kaylin, I think you should buy a camera because maybe it's in my head, but I feel like people with nicer quality videos, obviously that have the really nice cameras, get better views. That could just be in my head. I don't know, but I think I'm going to treat myself to a camera, so I've been looking at cameras. So hopefully the quality and lighting and sound will get better within the next coming weeks. I don't exactly know when I'm going to buy the camera. I may wait closer to Black Friday to see if any goes on sale because I would hate to buy a camera and then a couple weeks later it'd be like $100 cheaper. So anyways, that has nothing to do. Amari and the Great Game. Sorry. You guys are currently bouncing on a candle and a water bottle. So if it shakes, I'm just moving my leg. So, Amari and the Great Game. I'm 50% into this book. And I think I updated you guys last night with this book. I'm pretty sure I did. So basically what has happened since, and I don't know if I said this in my previous, I really should watch the clip I recorded last night because I'm not sure what I said. But, so she teams up with Laura for the junior agent training course. Because she was teamed up with Tristan, which is this boy that wants Amari to be his partner, but he's also kind of an awful person, as we're seeing. He's not really great. He doesn't really want Amari to be his partner for the right reasons. So Amari takes it upon herself to be like, no, and she chooses Laura because she's a gold badge, and she's allowed to choose her own partner. So she chooses Laura, and during that time, she gets a red alert that Dylan, her former partner, has escaped from the prison. They all go back to their dorms, and when she's back at the dorm, Jaden comes and visits her, and they have a cute little moment where he asks her to the dance, but she gets a text message from the League of Magicians. I don't know why that's so hard for me to say. Magicians, and convincing her to come to this meeting. So she does, and while being there, the big guy, Cosmo, is like, well, if you're not going to take the crown, I know someone else who will, and Dylan comes out of the shadows, and Dylan's there. Basically, he helped Dylan escape. And Amari's like, no, I'll take the crown. But they now have to challenge each other in this great game, and whoever steals the person's magic first is the one with the crown winner. So, with that, she has to wear this ring that basically calls upon her when it's time for a challenge in the Great Game, and she also can't tell anyone about this Great Game, so she goes to tell Elise, which is her best friend, and she physically can't. She wants to, but he can't. And Elise was like, fine, I thought you were my friend, and she freaks out and all that, which understandable because, but as an adult, you see okay, understand some boundaries. People don't have to share everything just because you're their best friend. We all need boundaries. But, of course, this age group doesn't, they don't really know that yet, which is okay. So now Amari, Laura, and Tristan are with Agent Magnus, and they're going to kick out this unwanted, which unwanteds are magicians, and I don't know, the thing that B.B. Alston has done with this book has taken a lot of the things going on in the world today and kind of, not twisted them, but put them in a way where children will want to read and understand, and it's it's fun to read. It's about magical things, but it also can translate into what's happening in the real world, and I think that's genius of what he did. As an adult reading this, I can totally see it. And yeah, it's just really good. There was a line on page 142, I believe. I put it in my phone. So basically, what this line happened is they're in the middle of class and they're having kind of a discussion on who thinks the unwanteds should be like, on kind of what should be dealt with the unwanteds. Should they be abolished? Should they go in jail because they're deemed dangerous? Or should they be allowed to have equal rights? And they're having this discussion, and it's kind of like split 50-50. Of course, Tristan is like, well, you know, they should be gone for good. And Amari's like, no, like, as an unwanted, I'm a magician. I didn't do anything wrong. Why would you guys put me in jail? Like, just because I was born this way, it's not my fault. I was literally born this way. Like, I was born with magic. I can't help it. And Tristan is kind of like mocking her, like, oh, poor Peters. And then Amari has like, the teacher stops it and is like, that's enough. And Amari has this moment where she's like, I don't say anything else in class. I just sit there and my whole body tense with irritation. It's so easy for some people to dismiss others' experiences because they don't have the same problems. Agree. It's so easy for people to dismiss like others people's issues because they don't understand or they haven't been through it. Just because you don't understand, you don't like haven't been through it doesn't mean you need to dismiss their issues. Like, there's still issues that need to be resolved. So yes, those are basically all my thoughts. I am really, really liking this. I hopefully can finish this tonight. We'll see. I have a little bit of a headache. I have some coffee. Well, it's almost gone, but hopefully like that will help. Where I'm at right now is, oh, I said that. I already said that Amari, Tristan, and Laura are with, Magnus helping, like, or not helping, but like getting the unwanteds, and the unwanteds they are like fairies. Listen, they are flightless fairies and they live in apartments. They not steal stuff, they like take stuff from apartments, like the borrowers, and I don't know what it is about that. Is it a folk tale or is it a fairy tale? The borrowers. I love the borrowers. Just the fact of like little magical people living and like having big things, like a spoon and it's like huge. I don't know what it is about that. I love that. That's like my favorite thing. I love the borrowers. I love that movie. So they're having a moment in that and I'm just like, this is like all the feels, all the good feels. But yeah, anyways, those are my thoughts. I'm gonna keep reading. Hopefully this headache will go away. I'm also really tired. I woke up super late for work today. Usually I get up around like 6:30 at the latest. I slept through all my alarms and get up till 7:30. Started my morning off on the wrong foot by rushing around and being anxious. Turns out it was okay because clients canceled and like I didn't really need to be there at my usual time, but I still got there because, you know, anxiety. So I don't know. I'm just very tired. It's been a long work week, but thankfully I am off until Monday. So I have a really long 4 days ahead of me that I just can chill. Anyways, I'm going to go because I've been talking for like 15 minutes and I will talk to you guys when I have updates. Okay, you guys, I have finished Amari and the Great Game. Fun fact before I start this video, I actually already recorded the ending to this vlog, but I have lost that memory card. I have no idea where it's at. I put it in my bag. Mistake number one, to go to my parents' house. Mistake number two is I didn't zip the compartment I put it in. Mistake number three is I dumped my bag when I got to my parents' house to look for my wallet to make sure I brought it. Can't find the memory card. So we're re-recording. So excuse how I look because I was done up all cute and stuff editing this vlog, and this is what you're all gonna get, so it's fine. But yes, Amari and the Great Game, I absolutely love this book. I loved this book more than Amari and the Night Brothers. I think because I knew the characters more, I understood the world, like I knew what was going on, and I don't know, I really like this one. I thought we got a lot of good character growth between all the characters, friendship development. I just thought it was really good. The way this book ended, I cannot wait for the third book. Like, I cannot wait. I am so excited to see what happens in this world and how like the story of this world like wraps up. I thought this was a very great installment in the series. Usually sometimes second books in a series can be kind of like meh, especially if they're like a part of a trilogy. They're not really the best. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're kind of like meh, like a filler book. This absolutely was not. This was so good. And I think what B.B. Alston has done, he has shined a light on bullying, and that you don't have to believe the bullies. You shouldn't believe what the bullies are telling you because it's not true, and you need to just believe in yourself because that's what really matters, and be brave and be kind to yourself. And I think he also did a great job of kind of taking what is going on in today's world and making it into something young readers would understand, but not really like know they're reading about issues that are actually happening in the world. And maybe they can, once they read this book, they can look at the world and like notice things and be like, oh, so you know, I understand that, that's what's going on, because like I remember this book. Yeah, I just thought it was amazing. There's a couple sections in this book that I wanted to read because I really liked it. First off, there was a section where Elise is leaving somewhere, and Elise and Amari are saying goodbye. She's just leaving for the weekend. So Amari goes, "Don't forget me, okay?" Elise shakes her head. "It's only for the weekend. I'm saying this now in case I'm not able to say it later. I didn't have friends before I met you last summer. Quentin was missing. Mama and I were fighting all the time, and me and Jaden had grown apart. Then Amari was miserable, but then I came here and met you, and well, you were just you, silly and kind and brilliant, and I'll miss you so bad." "Oh gosh," she said, wiping her eyes. "I knew you were going to make me cry. You're not so bad yourself, you know. I watch you be brave like every day, and it makes me want to be that way too. I think it's the only reason why I'm able to do something like this at all, because leaving scares me to bits, but you inspire me to face my fears, so that's what I'm doing." So cute. Like, their friendship is so cute, and I love it. And then there was also a moment where Jaden and Amari were kind of reminiscing on Quentin's stories, and he was telling Amari how one day he like didn't show up to tutoring because he was scared to go down this alleyway where these guys were. And so Quentin walked down the alleyway with him and approached the guys and was like, "Don't you ever like do anything to him, say anything to him. If you do, he'll answer me." And Amari's like, "Well, what was he gonna do?" And Jaden says, "Don't know, they never did. Quentin said something about how facing your fears is half the battle, and when bullies realize they can't scare you anymore, you take away their power." And that is so true. Everyone needs to remember that in life. So yes, I absolutely adore Amari and all her friends and this whole world that this author has created. I think it's magical. I think it's whimsical. I think it's cozy. I think this is the perfect series for someone to read. And I will never stop recommending these books. And I cannot believe it took me a year to read this one. But anyways, yes. So this one, 5 out of 5 stars. I gave this one a 4-star. But that's just, I think it's just because it was hard for me to get into that mind state of a younger reader, because I am 28 and reading a middle grade. You can read a middle grade at any time. There's no age limit on any middle grade or any book. But I just think like, from reading like adult books, because I went from reading, you guys, the last series I read was the Kingdom of the Wicked trilogy, which, fun fact, I have a whole video of me reading it in 24 hours, so I will link that up here. But I think going from reading that, which is adult, well, YA, but it's adult, and then going to a middle grade, I was like, whoa, like I need to like bring myself down and like remember. And I think that's why I had such, like, I dinged this up a star, because it was my fault, totally not the book's fault, which I don't think that's fair for me to do a 4 out of 4 stars. Anyways, 4 out of 4 stars, 5 out of 5 stars. And yeah, so that will be it for this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, and make sure you are subscribed if you're not already. I would love to have you here. We just hit 60 subscribers, which, wow. I know that's not a lot to some people, but to me, I was like, oh my god, I woke up literally overnight it happened, and I was like, people like me. Anyways, if you haven't already, check the description down below. I have all my social media links that you can follow me on, and I have all like the book links, everything down below. And I will catch you guys in my next video.